Welcome back. Well, from the silver screen to the big screen, Carlos Mencia has been a comedic powerhouse for nearly 3 decades.
And now he's back again with a new perspective, new material, new look, and he's bringing it here to the Panhandle. We're very glad of that. It's coming here. He's coming here this weekend. He's not only coming here this weekend, but he's here today.
That's right. We're so happy to have you come on the show. Thank you so much. I know it's early.
Very
early.
It's
really early. And you just got here from LA just last night. Haven't even slept yet.
Oh, but come on. Let's not. I can't complain, really. Like, there are people out there that have real jobs. I'm not that guy.
Well,
like, my perspective on life is so much, I don't know. I'm an immigrant, so I just look at life so differently. Yeah, because, you know, I was born in Honduras, and I didn't realize how badly the majority of the world looks upon Honduras until I was in Juarez, which is like the murder capital of the world. And I was there, and some guy asked me, like, where are you from? And I'm like, Honduras. And he went, oh, man, really? And I was like, really? So I was like, wow, I didn't realize it was that bad. I have a good time in life.
Well, we're so excited to talk to you because you're embarking on this new tour, this new journey in your life. Yeah. What have you been up to?
You know what? Losing a lot of weight.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, a really good buddy of mine who sadly just got diagnosed with diabetes. I went to go visit him in the hospital. He was about to get a toe amputated. And the first thing he says to me is, man, you're fat. And I was like, really?
Thanks a lot.
I gotta lose weight, man. And he was like, you don't want to have a toe check. I'm like, oh, man, you're gonna lay that on me? And then I went home, and my mom was like, oh, you're fat. I'm like, you too? Did you guys call each other? Then my dad came home. And my dad got his thumb cut off in an industrial accident. So my dad's like, why don't you lose weight? I don't have a thumb, and look what I do, and I have a job. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm done. Okay, I'm going to lose weight. And so I've been just losing weight and, you know, having fun and enjoying life.
Looking great. Outside of looking a little tired, looking great, though. Handling it very well. Now, you don't know my wife. My wife knows you, though, from the TV shows.
I thought this was going somewhere else. I was like, I promise there was no Newt Gingrich things happening here.
Trust me, I keep tabs of everything. But you talk about your family. My wife has a very large family, lots of brothers and sisters. Not as many as you.
No, I'm one of 18.
Wow, now that's got to lead into some items for discussion, right?
78 nephews and nieces.
Oh, my God.
I would literally be a millionaire if it wasn't for my family. I am 100,000-aire. Oh, Christmas is like, for me?
I was going to say, cards alone would cost.
Oh, man, Christmas is just, and everybody wants something great from Uncle Carlos who was on the movies, you know. Because everybody thinks, like, I have so much money, and it's not like that, you know. I don't know where these 1%ers are who are paying 14% taxes, because my accountant must be really bad, because I am nowhere near 14%. I'm like, who are these people? I pay a lot of taxes, but I mean, you know, my family was on welfare when I was a kid, so I've never complained about that. And you know what? If I had to pay 50% taxes to live in this country and be, you know, because if I was in Honduras, I'd be the funniest guy milking a cow. You know what I mean? That would really be me. And so I just have fun in life, and my perspective is just, it's, you know, I see so many people in America today complaining about, you know, and I just look at them and I'm like, you know, you really don't understand how great we have it. I mean, we have a food network. Other countries don't even have food.
Right.
You got to put this stuff in perspective. We have fat, poor people. You got to think about how awesome that is, that our poor people are calorie rich. There's something, I think so much negative is placed on, you know, whatever's going on in America. Somebody's got to point out, you know, the opposite side, the good side, the positive. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So that's my kick. That's my new kick, telling everybody in America, hey, look on the bright side.
That's the show.
Yeah, that's kind of your new spin on things. New Territory is the new name of your new tour.
Yeah.
Kind of give us some details about that. What is it all about?
Yeah, it's my new, it's just a, you know, first of all, I didn't want to be the angry guy forever. I mean, come on, I have a nice house. My parents live in a great neighborhood now. I mean, I've taken care of everything, you know. I can't be going up on stage still like, Latinos in movies and television. I mean, you just can't rail like that. And I don't want to be the old comedian talking about the difference between Mexicans and blacks and white people. It just gets old. You got to just become something different. And that's what this is all about, and the perspective of the fact that, you know, that I am an immigrant and I see things differently. You know, the other day was really funny. a couple of friends of mine. One of them loves Bush, hates Obama. My other friend loves Obama, hates Bush, and they're arguing about who's the best or worst president. And they looked at me and they said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well, why aren't you just happy that we have a president that's serving in office trying to do his job?" And they were like, what is that supposed to mean? And I was like, I'm from Honduras, where last year the president just disappeared. Yeah. It's a whole different perspective when a whole country wakes up and goes, "Where's the president?" I don't know. He was right there, and he's not right there anymore. I mean, that's where I come from. So I want to share this perspective with other people so that they kind of see things from a different light than, you know, we worry about potholes. Other countries don't have streets. Right. You know, we other countries are worried about water. We don't even drink tap water. Like, it's a whole different environment. And not to say that our complaints aren't real, but we can laugh at this stuff and kind of leave the show going, you know what? You're
not
right.
So bad.
Yeah,
so
I'm
bad.
drinking Fiji water here. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
Excellent. Now, you've had a chance to entertain the troops, too. How was that?
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. I mean, the coolest moment I ever had, believe it or not, was I was in Baghdad performing for the troops at Camp Liberty, I believe it was. And 4 Apache helicopters fly over, and I'm getting nervous. And then all of a sudden an alarm goes off, which means a mortar attack. And we all hit the floor. And then the clear sign comes out, and I get up ready to run, but I stop myself because none of the troops moved. Like 10,000 troops, and they just hit the floor and got up and went, "Let's continue the show." And I'm like,
what are you worried
we
about?
gotta run or something?
I want to go home.
Yeah, I was like, I want to go home. And they're like, "No way, man. That's what happens here. It's all good. We're Americans. We die and we fight." And I was like, yeah, okay. And it was that moment, and I got caught up, and I really felt, I've never felt so American in my life. And I've never felt so privileged and honored to be able to perform for those guys. I mean, I just couldn't believe their heroism, the sacrifices that they make. And they make it so that I can tell a joke without somebody saying, "You can't say that."
Yeah.
That's exactly why they do it.
Another perspective right there.
It's amazing, man. The best. The troops are the most amazing. And so many women. That was one thing that blew me away about going to Iraq. How many women in uniform. And like hot ones. And I'm just like, you know, you could have just married a really rich guy. And they're like, "No, I want to serve my country." It's like, wow, that's awesome. I mean, not to be expected. It was amazing.
They didn't find guys like us, I guess.
I guess not, man. I missed the boat on that one.
Well, Carlos, we're going to keep you around for a little bit.
Okay.
So stick around. We'll be right back. We've got more with him coming up. Thank you so much. And did they tell you we're going to... Welcome back. We're continuing with A Better Year, A Better You. It's a new thing that we're starting here on Pronews 7. It's going to help you get back into that healthy lifestyle. And you, sir, just lost 70 pounds.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. Tanya, you're with Natural Grocers. And just like Carlos said, there's really no shortcut to becoming a healthier person.
That's correct. There is no magic pill. Unfortunately, you do have to change your lifestyle, which includes plenty of, you know, grass-fed meat and organic produce. And that's kind of the focus of our thing today, is looking for organic whenever possible. It reduces the toxic burden on our body, as well as in our land, our water, and the air.
We just were discussing the other day, what is organic?
Absolutely.
Because there's different definitions and where you take it.
Absolutely. When you're looking and you see the USD organic seal, what that means is there's no pesticides, herbicides, sewage sludge, radiation, no genetically modified organisms in your food. So you always want to look for the USD organic seal. And sometimes the package will say it's all natural, which is not necessarily the case. And people will buy something that says all natural, thinking it's a beneficial product. All that means is there's no artificial colors or flavors, but it could have, again, hormones, genetically modified organisms, or growth promoters. So you always want to look for organic and the USD organic seal. I mean, very similar products. One has a seal, one does not.
Are they trying to trick us? Is that what you're
are.
saying?
That's
These
exactly right.
food people.
Manufacturers are going over at it for that, you know, health conscious buck, because people are, you know, trying to be more healthy, and that's one way manufacturers kind of trick you into saying, hey, it's all natural, when it really isn't.
Now, what do we need to stick to whenever we're trying to go on this organic diet? You brought a lot of produce with you this morning. Kale is one of mine and Taji's new obsessions.
Yes, I heard
love
about
this
that.
stuff.
And that's a nice thing about our store. everything in our produce section is 100% organic. So you never have to worry about that. So as far as clean eating, produce and meats and fish, chicken, those are the things that we promote for a healthy lifestyle, not so much grains, dairy. I mean, there's organic versions of that as well, but those create sugar in the body, and that's a whole nother show.
It's nice to hear that they keep the sewage sludge out of that.
Yeah, really don't want a side dish of that.
That's a good thing, right?
That should be kept out, I think.
Yeah.
That would be
Absolutely.
all right.
I would think so.
Have you partaken in some of these with your diet?
All of this stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's quinoa, but it looks like it.
It
but
is, absolutely.
So, like, that's some stuff I got into, and then celery root, I think, or something like that, to make instead of mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
So there are a lot of substitutes, you know, black beans instead of the pinto beans. I mean, there are a lot of things that you can do. Brown rice instead of starchy white rice. I mean, it's a lifestyle. I mean, you know, I enjoyed eating a big burrito at 3 o'clock in the morning after a show. And that had to change. You know, I have to eat this kind of stuff now. But when you eat for fuel as opposed to eating for feeling good, it's a completely different lifestyle.
And don't you feel so much better now?
Yeah, I have so much more energy.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can play catch with my son and not get tired. I can run up the stairs and go, man, I don't need a new house anymore. I'm not thinking about, I need an elevator in this place.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a whole different, but you really do have to change the way you look at food. And for me, that was the hardest part. It's not eating this stuff. This stuff is delicious.
Absolutely.
And you've got a 7-year-old, so you got to keep up with him, right? He's going to be 7 this year?
He's just getting bigger and bigger. They grow so fast. And he loves salad. So I'd be sitting down going, oh, man, I want pork chops. And he, can I have a salad? I'm like, oh, I'll have a salad, too. So he's part of the reason why I got into a lot of this stuff.
Great. Good for you.
Fantastic. Well, where can we come and visit you guys? We can talk to you and maybe even set up a diet nutrition plan with you.
Absolutely. We're at 7400 Southwest 34th Street, corner of 34th and Coulter, and our consultations are absolutely free through the store, so call me.
Fantastic. Tanya, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
We appreciate it. We'll be right back. We've got a final check of the forecast and a final farewell with Carlos coming up next. That's how he gets his exercise, running back and forth.
That was awesome. That's how I broke my knee.
Well, we have a quick check of the forecast. It looks great this weekend for all of his shows.
Exactly, yeah. If you need to get out, do anything this weekend, you can check out the weather, not only, of course, here on Daybreak Midday, but also on Facebook. Both Meredith and I are there. We'll give you a little bit of news and information and weather as well, and some things we're thinking about. You know, to always ask, what are you thinking about? So that's what we put down. All right, here's a look at our forecast for this week. Today, not bad at all. Lots of sunshine and 55 degrees. And we've got front coming in tomorrow. It's going to get windy and colder by Saturday morning, but the weekend looks nice. Saturday 48, Sunday 58. Not bad for January in the Panhandle. And usually I interject a little bit of a joke here, a little bit of humor. Everybody loves that here.
You don't have to stick around
I
and
don't
give
want
him
to
some
show
tips.
up Carlos this morning.
Please give him some tips.
Don't make me look bad. It's all about
He
that.
won't, I promise.
Well, respect.
Carlos is going to be in Clovis tomorrow. He'll be in Amarillo on Saturday. You can go to panhandletickets.com to get those tickets. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We know you're a busy guy.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Carlos. Check him out this weekend. And, of course, check out our other guests that we've had here, the organic grocers. And we want to say thank you to everybody for watching today. Join us again on Daybreak tomorrow.